to the channel. Now this is my final deck. This is probably my best deck I've ever built. That's why it's in a gold deck box, and it actually has gold deck sleeves, because this is creme de la creme of my decks that I've had, and I never got around to actually playing this deck, which kind of sucks. I probably could have actually won tournaments with this deck. So this Victini, Prism Star, Raichu and Alolan Raichu GX, Pokemon Center Lady, Prism Star Tapu Koko, Electric Energy, Fire Energy, Drampa, Charizard and Braixen, Electromagnetic Radar, Moltres, Electric Energy, Fire Crystal. This is Reshiram and Charizard GX, Electromagnetic Radar, How, Cherish Ball, Electromagnetic Radar, Mew, 3 Electric Energy, Jiden GX, Cherish Ball, Roller Skater, Cynthia, Reshiram and Charizard GX, Mew, 3 Fire Energy, Weakness Guard Energy, Pokemon Center Lady, Electric Energy, Lissandre, Hoopa, 2 Fire Energy, 2 Volcanions, Judge, Fire Energy, Volcanion, Mew and Mewtwo, Mewtwo and Mew GX, Pikachu and Zekrom GX, Professor Oak Setup, Judge, Electric Energy, Pikachu and Zekrom GX, Roller Skater, Electromagnetic Radar, Weakness Guard Energy, Sabrina's Suggestion, Electric Energy, Welder, 2 Fire Energy, Fiery Flint, Reshiram and Zekrom GX, Electric Energy, and Unit Energy, Electric, Psychic, and Steel. This deck is pretty amazing. It takes elements from the other 2 top tier decks of electric, of the electric decks that were really good, and then the top tier fire decks, and kind of combines them. Like if I had a chance to go to Worlds that year, I possibly could have won pretty high up with this deck, depending on what my opponents had. But this was definitely a really good deck for at that time. But I never got a chance to actually play this deck in a tournament. So yeah, this one was actually better than the champion decks that I have from 2019. I don't think I got any for 2020 or 2021. So yeah. Whether or not I actually came up with this deck on my own, I do not know. I do not remember. I may have found the deck list online and then just copied it. It's entirely possible. But yeah, this would have been a very good deck. Especially like this Mew and Mewtwo. Like they can copy any attack of any of my other GX cards. Whether they're in my discard pile or on my bench. What was the health of some of these? 270, 240, 240. Yeah, Mewtwo and Mew are 270, so they're a little bit higher up. but now of course we've got Pokemon with like over 300 health. Dedenne is pretty weak at 160 only. But like Reshiram and Charizard and whatnot. Charizard and Braixen. 270. Raichu and Alolan Raichu, 260. But I think even this deck would still do pretty well against current decks. I don't know if it would beat them, but I think I'd be able to do pretty decent with it. I'd have to get my hands on a top tier deck for Scarlet and Violet / Sun and not Sun Moon. Scarlet and Violet / Sword and Shield decks. To kind of see how this deck would do up against that. But yeah, this was definitely my best deck. But yeah, there's a dice tray in this deck box, which I never really used. Actually, when I tried to play, I did take this deck with me, and I had my tokens and dice in here. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this series of videos. I did record them all in one night, but I will have uploaded them separately and at different times. And this is pretty much the conclusion until I get my current deck done. It's probably an A tier deck, and then I want to get like an S tier. This would have been an S tier deck back in the day, a few years ago. But anyways, have a good one.